Morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. We appreciate that. A lot of talk about overnight, but we first want to get to the weather and say hello to First Alert meteorologist Jill Gilardi, because we have a first alert today to talk about that heat and humidity.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is the best it's going to feel right now. Right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, you get about till 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it just kind of goes downhill in terms of the feel. It's not going to be comfortable by any means. The thing that's saving us a little bit today from a feeling even hotter is the fact that we are tracking a lot more in the way of cloud cover. But nonetheless, whether it feels 95 or 92 or 90, it's going to be rough on your system if you have to be exposed to it for a long period of time. So yeah, try and stay cool today. Downpours. Few storms, yeah, that's a possibility as well. So impacts outdoor plans and travel on today's First Alert Weather Day. And we've widened out the view on the only live radar in the state because look at south of Long Island, some downpours. This is associated with what's left of Chantal. There's tropical moisture lifting up in our direction. So you know what that means. It's going to help to allow those showers and thunderstorms to pop up at any moment in time. As we take a look at Old Saybrook, we had the sunnier view. Now the clouds have kind of taken over for the most part, but still some sunny breaks out there. You want the clouds because the clouds are the only thing that's going to help us from not seeing a lot of 90s for highs and that feel in the upper 90-degree range. But it's 70s now, taking over that flow out of the south. And a nice breeze will set up at least this afternoon, but look at 11 o'clock, noon, it's feeling in the low 90s, especially inland, and then that feel low to mid 90s this afternoon, inland and low 90s along the shoreline. So isolated showers and storms, yeah, that's a possibility. We're going to be tracking them for you and also talk about tomorrow's First Alert Weather Day that could be even more impactful. I'll see you again in about 5 to 10 minutes. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. Good morning, everyone. It is 7:02 here on your Monday. If you're just waking up with us on the Wax, we do appreciate that. If you're heading out the door, back to work, for so many people after the long holiday weekend, we do have a first alert here in Southbury, 84 eastbound between exits 14 and 15. That right lane there is blocked off. I expect some pretty minor, or I shouldn't say pretty minor, but I would expect some at least minor delays is what I'm trying to say here as you're heading in towards Waterbury this morning. Normal delays down through Fairfield County and 95 southbound in the Parkway, and we're seeing some more normal delays 84 eastbound heading into Hartford. So let's take you out and give you a live look. This is here in the capital city, 91 north and southbound. So that southbound lane merging onto 84 here, moving along here in Middletown along Route 9. Light traffic volume as there is here in Waterbury, 84 east and westbound, and in Meriden along 691. No overnight construction. There will probably be some daytime work that picks up in just a couple of hours. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
This morning, Middletown police are looking into what caused a car and dirt bike to crash, sending the dirt bike rider to the hospital. Police tell us their injuries are serious, and we're working right now to get an update on their condition. This happened right near East Street last night, causing a portion of that road to close. That road is now back open.
In Milford, a driver is facing a DUI charge after police say he drove right into a pond. Milford police shared this video, and they responded right behind Stonebridge Restaurant early yesterday morning. Officers pulled the driver out of the car. Police say the driver hit another vehicle on Shipyard Lane as well before taking off and ending up in that pond.
And minor injuries being reported after a 3-car crash on I-84 in Waterbury. Troopers closed one lane on the westbound side as crews worked to clear the scene early Sunday afternoon. Police are still investigating that crash.
An update here to a story that we first brought to you as breaking news yesterday morning. A 20-year-old man from Newtown has died in a car crash that shut down part of 84 in Southbury for hours. State police say the car went off the road, crashed into a guardrail. No other cars were involved. Police are working to figure out what caused that crash.
All right, just minutes ago, we received updated traffic enforcement numbers from Connecticut State Police after a busy holiday weekend. These stats cover the period of Thursday through yesterday. State Police say they responded to 330 crashes, made 29 impaired driving arrests during that time. More troopers were patrolling the roadways, cracking down on reckless and impaired driving.
Happening today in Milford, deliberations set to begin in the Raoul Valley murder trial. And now the fate of the 20-year-old who's accused of killing Fairfield Prep student Jimmy McGrath and stabbing 3 others is in the hands of a jury.
Your reporter Marcy Jones is live or has more from outside Milford Superior Court.
Good morning. In just a few hours, the judge will continue giving the jury instructions, something she didn't complete before dismissing them before the long 3-day holiday weekend. And now really the question of, was this self-defense or was this simply a teen looking to incite violence at the forefront of today? If convicted of the murder charges, Raul Valley could face a 60-year sentence. The 2 first-degree assault charges comes with a possible 20 years and 10 years for second-degree assault. The judge also informed jurors they can also consider a lesser charge, including manslaughter. Many hoping the 9 days of testimony and more than 100 pieces of evidence was enough for swift deliberations. Channel 3 will be here outside of the Milford courtroom for the entire proceeding, so make sure you stay with us on air, online, and on our WFSB app for the latest updates. Your reporter in Milford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, looking ahead to this week, a court hearing for the woman accused of holding her stepson captive for decades is set for tomorrow. Kimberly Sullivan is facing charges for kidnapping and assault. She has pleaded not guilty to those charges.
Also tomorrow, Jose Morales will learn his fate after his sentence will be handed down. A jury found him guilty in April of murdering his girlfriend, Christine Holloway, back in 2019. Police are still looking for their daughter, Vanessa, who is missing. Morales faces up to 65 years in prison.
Well, 2 men recovering after New Haven police tell us they were shot over the weekend. It happened early Saturday morning right near Crown and Temple Streets. Police say both victims are expected to survive, but police are now working to identify a suspect or suspects in this case. Well, people in Colchester are rallying around members of their community after a devastating fire impacted several families there.
The fire on Lebanon Avenue destroyed the apartments that 3 families were living in. It also destroyed a local hair salon called Cuts Unlimited. A GoFundMe page has already raised more than $15,000 for one of the families.
There are several pages that are accepting donations, and you can find those verified links on the WFSB website. This morning, drivers in one section of Middletown will need to slow down or pay up because speed camera enforcement starts today.
Your reporter Roger Suzanne breaks down how this system works and what you need to know before you hit the road.
Good morning. You know, in some ways, Middletown is going Hollywood this morning because starting today, it is lights, cameras, and unfortunately for speeders, action. All because if you are caught on camera speeding, you're going to get a ticket today, even if there isn't a cop nearby. So here's what drivers need to know. The city installed the first batch of these cameras on Washington Street, just west of Camp Street, in both directions, because city leaders say this has been a problem area for years, as people often drive 70 miles per hour or more here, which is twice the legal speed limit. Initially, drivers just got hit with a warning, but starting now, if you drive 10 miles an hour over the speed limit or if you run a red light, you will be slapped with a $50 ticket for the first offense and then a $75 fine for a second violation. And you can also expect a $15 processing fee. Now listen, we know in some ways Middletown is a bit of a pioneer in Connecticut, the first big city in our state to install these speed cameras, but we know other cities and towns are at least looking into the idea, and even in Middletown, they plan to install more speed cameras in the very near future. Reporting in Middletown, I'm your reporter, Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. 7:09 on this first alert weather day. Tomorrow's also a first alert weather day as well. Both days we're dealing with the heat and humidity, that hotter feel. Tomorrow the feel could be even worse than today, but nonetheless we're going to take it easy outside if we must be out there. Outdoor plants certainly impacted by the heat, but also the possibility of some showers and thunderstorms. More isolated in nature today, more scattered and stronger in nature tomorrow afternoon and evening. So the heat risk today is up to that moderate level, and we're expecting that possibility of some isolated showers and storms. Right now, those downpours are located south of Long Island. As we look at the feels like temperature forecast for today, low to mid 90 degree feel with isolated showers and thunderstorms possible, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. So the heat, yeah, it's on. And tomorrow, as mentioned, it's even worse. More on those numbers and what to expect with the storms in about 10 minutes from now. Trace?
All right, thanks so much, Jill. President Trump is making a new tariff threat in order to push other countries into trade deals. How analysts say high tariff prices could impact the stock market.